guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia and this is Lulu's Leaves. Today I'm going to take you guys on a little adventure with me. I'm going to be showing you guys what I do on any given day at my job at Secret Garden. So I really love this job, and there are so many cool things that I get to do every day, but I just wanted to go through an average day with you. And there's a cool little project at the end as well, so stick around for that if you're interested. Also, if you're not already subscribed, if you could do that down below, that would help me out so much. And if you want to give this video a thumbs up as well, that also really helps out my channel. But with that being said though, guys, let's get straight into this video. Come along with me on this awesome work day. So the first thing that I do when I come into the shop is check out if there's a list left for me. Usually Elle will put out a list of things to do. Today, this is some of the stuff that I have to do. I'm going to be watering some plants, cleaning some windows, labeling plants, and lots of other fun stuff. Definitely have to do some Instagram posts and stuff like that, so let's get on with it. So the first thing that I'm going to do today is water some plants with you guys. I'm going to be doing a time-lapse kind of deal, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. But yeah, you're going to be able to see some of the cool plants that we have here while I'm watering them. And yeah.
Education. I don't really have an explanation. So I found a new game to play. Thought I told you to stay away, but I see you're here anyway. So yeah, guess you're welcome to overstay. Just don't build up your expectations. It's not a good time to test my patience. And don't get in these situations, 'cause you're chasing the hurricane. Surprised if I'm not here when you look behind. Guess I have my own destination, and you're staring at the wrong direction. I'm not looking for your confirmation, 'cause you're chasing the hurricane, taking the name in vain. My God, it's such a shame, 'cause you got yourself into this. It says enter at your own risk. That you gotta pay. Said you have to go, but now you kinda wanna stay. Kinda wanna stay, 'cause you're chasing the hurricane, taking the name in vain.
So when I'm here, I also help a lot with the Instagram. Today we're going to be doing a post using some Anthurium crystallinum and Anthurium clarinervium because we got a few of those in. They've been acclimating for a while now, but they are now on the shelves. So yeah, check this out.
Looking over my shoulder, stepped into your skin, got me tripping over myself. Figured I would say something, passing the time. If you come on over here, we could be on the same side.
Same side, 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 same side.
So another thing that I do on a pretty regular basis is when we get plants in and once they're ready to go out on the shelves, we do have to label them and price them. So that's something that I always have to do. We do manually label our plants, so I have to write them down myself. And then we have a price gun, which I will show you guys, just me pricing and labeling some plants. So we have this Peperomia Piccolo Banda. Sorry about this. This is for COVID. And these guys are $20. So we just put a little sticker on them. And then these guys are ready to go out on the shelf, and I just find a nice spot for them. Some things we do stagger, other things we like to keep straight. Kind of just depends on the plant and what looks good for that individual plant. Another thing that I do pretty regularly is label our soil bags and price them as well. So we have our Secret Garden boutique labels, and they just go right on the front of the bags here. And they're $10. So they get priced like that and they are ready to go. So the next thing that I'm going to do is clean the front windows, clean the door, clean any sort of mirrored surface or anything like that. Just because people do often stick their faces against the window and leave some marks. So we definitely need to clean those quite often.
I'm here breaking my neck, looking over my shoulder, stepped into your skin, got me tripping over myself. Figured I would say something, passing the time. If you come on over here, we could be on the same side.
Same side, same side, same side, same side, same side.
Alright guys, so one of the last things that I'm going to be doing today is mounting some really cool plants. We have Monstera dubia or dubia and Graphitophora hayi, I believe, to mount. We're using these really cool cork pieces, and I kind of MacGyvered this together. I put some hot glue along the cork and stuck this bamboo pole to it, and that makes it so that you can actually stick this directly in a pot without sticking the piece in there. So you can have any size pot that you want for your plant. So they have just been growing in these little containers here, and I've been growing some good roots. So I'm basically just going to attach them with some fishing wire, and once they're attached to the moss pole, they will actually get planted in soil as well. Well, this plant has grown some pretty epic roots in its time in there. So I'm probably going to give this guy the larger of the two pieces because the hayis are a little bit smaller than this one. So yeah, this is gonna look really nice. I'm going to mount it kind of like this, but I'm going to be adding a little bit of sphagnum moss as well, just to keep the roots happy and give them some moisture as well. You can really, it's really great if you mist that moss too, just to keep the aerial roots growing. Then if you ever want to propagate it down the line, it's really, really easy because you already have roots established. So hopefully this is good for you guys, and you can see I just have some basic fishing wire here. This is pretty heavy duty, but you don't need anything crazy strong. If it can hold a fish, it's probably gonna hold the moss. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. I like to start off by tying just one knot so that it stays in place. So right at the back here, I'll do a knot. So our knot is tied. Now we can start grabbing pieces of sphagnum moss, and I'm just going to do a little bit down the center of this cork because you do still want to see some of that natural wood. So just kind of like this. I'm gonna do about that much. I also don't like to wrap it too much because it does look really nice if there are some pieces that are a little bit scraggly, you could say, just because it looks a little bit more natural that way. And the whole purpose of creating a piece like this is to make it look super natural. So now I'm going to cut the wire, and I'm going to find the end of the piece that I knotted here, and I'm going to tie those two pieces together. I don't know why, but it's really, really difficult to tie a knot with fishing wire. It's really slippery. Okay, so here is our pole. If there are any pieces that are really sticking out and you don't like the look of that, you can just tuck them into the fishing wire. But I think that looks really, really nice and natural. So now we can start mounting the plant itself. So I'm going to leave the roots below the bottom of this guy so they can be planted in the soil. And it has some roots that it's grown as aerial roots that have kind of made their way into the soil in the plastic container. So those guys are going to find a new home in the moss. All right, so I am going to use fishing wire for this too, but I'm going to use it very lightly so we don't break any of the stems. But first we will secure it just above the two largest leaves. can also use twine if you'd like, but I think that the fishing wire looks obviously the most discreet because it's a lot more difficult to see. And I am also going to wiggle this guy up a little bit so that it still has some room to grow on this piece rather than just going straight up. So I'm just gonna do one right here in the middle. All right, and then we'll do one more piece and that will be done for this one. All right, and then you can just cut off the excess fishing wire. The unfortunate part about this is that the back never looks super tidy, but what are you gonna do? If you're not looking at the back, it's likely going to be against a wall, so it's not a huge deal. But there it is. It looks really beautiful, really natural, and yeah, this is gonna be a really nice plant for someone someday soon once it's on the shelves. I'm just gonna tuck these roots into the moss a little bit, but they'll find their way into that moss themselves also. Now I'm going to use this nursery pot and we're going to pot this up and see how it looks. And I'm just using Secret Garden's custom blend, which is available in the store. We'll probably have to put this guy in a little cover pot just to keep it a little bit heavier. But I'm sure once I water this too, that it'll be strong. All right guys, that is the first plant all mounted. I think this looks so beautiful and I'm so happy with the way this turned out. I think that Elle is going to be very happy with the result. So now we're going to move on to the Rhaphidophora heyi, which I have right here. These guys are super duper pretty too. Like how cute is that going to look on this bark? So cute. And it's the perfect size too. Oh my gosh, this stuff gets me so excited. Anyways, we'll just do the same process. I'm gonna start just with some moss and we're going to wrap it around. All right, so I think that this one has enough moss too. So I'm just going to cut this piece here and tie it in a knot on the back. I'll just cut off the excess and we can start mounting. So this guy also has a really good root system and it's also growing nice aerial roots that will eventually kind of attach onto the moss. So just one piece at a time, I'm going to attach the plant to the cork here. This one looks so stunning on here. And then just one last piece to secure the top. And then I'm just going to tuck these roots in again, just gently. They will find their way in there. They're pretty smart. All right, look at that. So cute. So now I'm going to pot this one up as well. It has a slightly smaller root system, but I'm going to try to find the best pot for it. So we're going to plant this guy in here also. Alright guys, so the Rhaphidophora heyi is also done, so that's super awesome. Look at this guy. Yeah, I'll do a little B-roll for you guys so you can see them in nice pots and see the vision, I guess. All right, guys, so this is the finished look of the Dubaya and the Hey I think they look so beautiful. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me put those together. All right, guys, well, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. We are just going to close up the shop right now. I can turn the sign around, but thank you so much for sticking around and watching all the way through to the end. If you're not already subscribed, please do so down below. And if you enjoyed this video, you can give it a huge thumbs up as well. It really, really helps out my channel. Anyways, guys, with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!